Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Pro Tips by Get Bit Baits. Today we're going to be focusing on this beauty right here, the floating craw. So a lot of guys throw it on a jig and Ned rig, shaky head, and I'm going to show you how this reacts in the water. You guys are going to like it. First of all, you can just put it as a trailer on a jig. You could run it with a Nico style, a finesse hook with a finesse hook with the weight at the bottom. You can put it on this style shaky head too. I'll show you here real quick. These are my go-to styles of rigging, the floating crawl, but I just want to show that it's definitely got multiple presentations that you could use with it. And I want to show you how awesome this lure is because it's buoyant. So here's 3 different ways that you could rig this floating craw. Got it on a shaky head, a jig, and then also your Nico style that I like. What I'm going to do is I'm going to take a competitor's lure, not to mention any names. I'm going to throw it on the back of this jig. These 2 jigs are the same, just a little bit different color. You can see the head here. To make this a fair comparison, I trimmed the 4-inch floating craw so that it would stick out about the same distance as the competitors. But let's see how these look in a tank underwater, the same way that a fish would see them. I want you guys to look at this. This one here is a competitor's. Look at the Get Bit Baits one. Slack line on both. Stands up. Those pinchers are sticking up. That's definitely going to encourage a strike that looks more natural. The other thing I want you guys to watch this lure on the fall. You see the flapping on those pinchers on the retrieve? I mean, even if you were to throw this as a swim jig, look at those pinchers. Look at the action from them. This is another way that I like to fish the floating craw. Here's on a Nico rig. Check this out. See how it stands up? Just moves through the water. Nice long cast. Bounce it on the rocks on the bottom of a river or in a lake. Coming up a nice drop off. I really like this way. So you just have a little head in the tip. Got a wacky hook on it with an O-ring. And a 4-inch floating craw.